What is up, planner friends, and welcome back to my channel. So I have some Jane's Agenda goodies in front of me. So I wanted to make a HP mini. I knew I wanted my HP mini to be Jane's Agenda. I was just dragging my feet on getting the sub boxes, but guess what? In the Destash group, I found, I believe, 4 of the sub boxes that I wanted. Today is April 20th. 3 of them came from one seller and she sold them to me for an amazing deal. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and the other box is huge, so that is why it is not on the table. It is, I believe this was the September. Yes, this was the September box. So that has a huge item in there. And while I show off these goodies, I'm going to talk a little bit about the good, bad, and the ugly of a Destash group, right? So I have been very fortunate to find, honest sellers, and to also find things that I was looking for. Like I said, I knew I wanted my HP mini to be by Jane's Agenda. I was just dragging on getting a sub box, and then once I finally took the deeper dive into Jane's Agenda, because I have other Jane's Agenda like dashboards and things like that. I love the dashboards from her because they are double-sided, and I think that that is a really good, they're at a really good price point to be double-sided. And sometimes they come in a 2-pack. But I was able to get my hands on these 3 boxes. I'm getting another box on the 22nd, so I'll film that as well and then put that all together, so it'll all be one video with all the boxes that I was able to find. So with the boxes that I was able to find, they were the deluxe mini boxes. This is exactly what I was looking for. I saw a few covers and inserts and things that I wanted, and I was glad I was able to get my hands on the full boxes. So let's start with, the oldest box that I have is the September box. I'm not going to put that back up on the table because it is huge. I will show you guys, this is what the inside looks like. It has this nice tissue paper in there, and it comes with the card that tells you all the contents and just a subscriber thank you. So you guys are going to see, I'm just going to take these items out, and you get this gorgeous box with gorgeous tissue paper, and I think I'm going to keep that because I may make a few dividers with the tissue paper, a few dashboards. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into the items that was in this box. Again, this was the September deluxe box. This was so the deluxe box is pretty much everything. If you watch her lives that she goes through, there are 3 different tiers. She has the monthly cover club, planner lifestyle box, and then the deluxe box. And basically the deluxe box gets everything and a few extra items in the deluxe box sometimes as well. So let's go ahead and get this box unboxed. So I really wanted this box for the train case. As you can see, this thing is huge. Let me see if I can zoom out. As you can see, this thing is huge. It is this super soft leather. It is brown. It has the Jane's Agenda in gold. It has the top handle, and here is what it looks like in the inside. The inside just has the sections. This is Velcro, so it can come out and you can just have one big compartment, which I really like. I wanted this box, and this box I believe is on the website for $120, I think. And the sub boxes are $90. So it is a super steal. If you see an item like this that you want to get, it makes more sense to just get it if the sub box is available, because when it goes to the website, it is probably going to be at a higher price point. So this was one of my main reasons for wanting the September 2025 box for this train case. So you get some planner cards, and of course, like I said, this seller did not open anything. I took all the stuffing and paper off of the train case, but you get a September card. Of course, I do not need that, but then you get a few little quote cards, and of course we like to use those in our planner. Let me not zoom you guys in too much. There we go. And this card is super, super pretty. And I love the feel of this card too. It's like almost like a Swedish kind of material. But then you get a page finder, and this is like, it has like stars on it, like a starry night. You get this large hybrid dashboard, which I was super happy to get because I'm pretty sure my other unboxing is out already, and this matches those dividers. So I was happy to get this hybrid because you can put post-its on here, to-do lists. It's a million and one ways you can use this. So I was glad to get this. Let's go ahead and get into the dashboards. And here are the dashboards that were in there. These dashboards are super pretty. And let me just talk about the Destash group. So there is a Jane's Agenda Destash group on Facebook. The ladies there are so freaking nice. Like when I was, you know, making my posts like in search of or looking for this, like people were messaging me, hey, I had this, what size are you looking for? Like everybody was like super nice and, you know, willing to destash their items. And again, I'm just going to show these kind of while I talk. You guys can see it. If you have any questions about any of the items that I'm showing, just drop me a comment and I will be surely to answer. I was, you know, posting the items that I wanted to get my hands on. Like I said, this one person had 3 of the 5 boxes that I was looking for. So of course I got all 3 from her, and this is a cover set front and back, and of course the plastic is on the inside. She always reminds us of that, and it just has the like elastic closure to pretty much keep it closed, but this is what it looks like. So yes, everybody in the group was like super helpful. I was able to find these boxes for a decent price. Like I said, if you are looking for something, you know, that's by Jane's Agenda, Happy Planner, you know, whoever, Cloth and Paper, try the Destash groups, because sometimes people will have like things that are brand new from 2 or 3 years ago that they just never opened. So again, I was able to get my hands on these 3 boxes that I really wanted because I really wanted like this cover set, and I love these dashboards. And again, the main reason for getting this box was to get this amazing train case, because of course I didn't want to pay $110 for it. If I could, you know, find it where someone had the whole box, was selling it for a decent price, I was able to go ahead and get that. And this is some undated monthly #1. And I will probably not use these, so these may make it into the Destash group, but this is what it looks like. You've got your month there. Well, your days of the month there, your month across the top, your year. And you've even got like a little habit tracker, and the back is just for goals, tasks, and wins and opportunities. So this is not my style of insert, so this may end up in the Destash group, or if somebody messages me and says, hey, those inserts that you saw, I want those, I'll definitely sell those to you. And then there was some undated dailies. May or may not keep these. I don't really use dailies, and especially in my HP Mini, I don't use dailies in there at all. But this is what the front and back look like. This is the front, and then this is the back, just the dot grid. And these are the undated daily #1s. And what I like about the Jane's Agenda inserts is that she puts that QR code on there, so you can scan it and it'll take you right to it. Because I know sometimes some of the inserts, you know, start to get confusing or something like that. But if you scan that QR code, it'll take you right to those inserts on the website. So I don't mind buying from the sellers in the Destash group. Like I said, just make sure that you're asking the right questions, right? Don't just take somebody's word for it. Like, make sure you're asking, can you see pictures of the product? Like, you know, I wouldn't go as far as like proof of purchase, but you know, they need to be showing you pictures of the products. You know, even if they have to take a video of the products, they need to be doing whatever is going to make you feel comfortable to purchase. And again, I only send money on on PayPal, goods and service. I do not send friends and family because friends and family is not covered by PayPal. So if you don't get your items, you're pretty much out of luck. You can try to talk to the seller, but you know, if the seller sold you some shady things, then they're not going to be willing to give you your money back. And since you sent it friends and family, you're not going to get your money back. And also another thing, when sellers are invoicing you on PayPal, be sure to ask them, can you please put in detail everything that I'm getting? So I don't care if you're buying 10 items from them, they need to list the items out one by one, because if you get your package and one item is not there, or one item is damaged, or the item is not in the condition that it says it's in, when you do that PayPal claim, it's going to ask you like all items or one item, and you're going to be able to write in detail everything that is associated with it. So if you are going to shop the Destash groups, be careful, ask a lot of questions, ask to see pictures, and just make sure that, you know, you feel comfortable with the seller and you're getting everything that you asked for. Now we are going to unbox the February box. So this is the February 2026 box, and the inside of this box is absolutely gorgeous. Like, these branded boxes are so stinking pretty. So let's go ahead and get everything out. And again, you get your card with your contents on there. So it shows you everything that you're going to get in the box. And again, I do not want to mess up the tissue paper, because like I said, I do want to make a few dashboards when I straighten out the tissue paper and just laminate it. So this sticker actually made me really happy because it was a super easy peel, and the paper is not that bad. And since I'm making it for my HP Mini, I'll definitely be able to salvage 2 pieces of this paper to make my dashboard. So I'm just going to put that aside. And so in this box, of course, a cover set, page finders, dashboards. You got a little pebble grain pouch, and then of course everything else. You've got weekly number 33s in here. So we're gonna go ahead and get into everything. And you also even have a Pilot friction erasable highlighter, so that is super cool. I love the Pilot friction items because sometimes when I'm writing in my planners, you know, things may change, so I don't want to have to, like, I'm the type of person that I would have to put whiteout on it if it's like actual pen. I don't really like to like cross out. It depends. If it's like a task list, I may, you know, strike a line through it. But for the most part, I kind of like my planners to like look neat. So I am the person that will need to get whiteout or just use erasable pens. So you've got this little card, super cute, says Paris. And then you've got these other 2 deco cards as well. And you've got some black page flags. I'm excited about these. I don't really use page flags that much, but I definitely have some ideas of how I want to use those black ones. And again, the erasable highlighter. So just write it on there. And as you can see, boom, it's gone away. So if you're looking for like some erasable highlighters and erasable pens, definitely check out the Pilot ones. So here is the page finder that we get. I don't want to take everything out the package, so I'm hoping that the glare is not too bad. And I really wanted these dashboards. You're going to hear me say I really want it a lot of times when I'm opening these 3 boxes, because so when I pretty much have a vision in my head for like how I want my planners to look, I pretty much will like pick the dashboards and everything for like the entire setup. So like this is enough for you to like pretty much refresh all of the dashboards in your planner. I mean, it just depends on how many sections you have and like how you have dashboards, but these 2 are front and back, so there is like a lock and key. If you want, you can use one upside down. It just does have the Jane's Agenda branding on the bottom. Just use them in 2 separate parts of your planner. But how stinking cute is this? Like, for, you know, even, you know, if you don't want to change your planner every single month, like this is a cute set of dashboards to kind of have to pretty much, you know, refresh your planner at any time. I'm planning to use like these black and grayish tones. I kind of want to use some of them now, to be honest with you. But I think I'm going to save them for later in the year. I may definitely use this Femme one because I do love the print on there. This color is really pretty. But that is the dashboards. And some of this stuff I'm going to put back in the pack because I'm not going to like put everything in my planner right now. So I don't need to open every single thing. And I know I'm not like destashing any of these dashboards. So honestly, I'm not even going to like put them back in the pack. But I love filler paper. OMG. I love filler paper. So I have a few packs. I used to be a happy planner girl back in the day. So I have a few packs of filler paper, different variations of filler paper. So I absolutely love this. Anybody knows me knows I also love flower stickers. So this filler paper with the flowers on there is super, super cute. And this is, again, another hybrid dashboard. This was the cover set. I'm going to take this out because hopefully the glare isn't too bad. I wish there was something like to make the glare go away. But this is the cover set. So, of course, this is the front. And this is the back. I'm pretty sure if you wanted to flip it upside down and use this as the front, by all means, it's your planner. Who's going to stop you? Nobody. Exactly. So do what you want with your items. But yeah, shop the Destash groups because like I said, if it's something, you know, maybe you weren't able to get your hands on it at the time, definitely check and see if it's there. Like I said, just make sure you're, you know, following, you know, your own protocols. Like, don't buy it if you feel like the seller is being sketchy. Don't buy it if you feel like the seller is not giving you enough information on the product or won't send you additional pictures or anything like that. Just don't even go back and forth. Move on to the next seller. Try to find it somewhere else. So let's look at the weeklies. So these are weeklies number 33. And from the looks of it, these are dated. So I probably won't use these. And I may just give them away. I don't know. Because again, this is a February box. So these weeklies started the first week of February. Because this box was shipped out in January for your February planner refresh. So it started in February and we're already in April. So that's let me see, that's about half the pack that's already gone. So you got from April 20th, because that's when this video is, until July. So I may end up using it because actually the monthly inserts that I have that are the calendar ones, they actually do not start until July. So I may end up using these few weeklies just to track my cleaning tasks and stuff. But like all of these other areas, I really don't need to use those sections. So I may or may not use these. I don't know. If I don't feel like I'm going to use all the sections on a page, I may just destash them in one of the Facebook groups. Honestly, somebody may get better use out of them than I would. And then you got this pouch. So this pouch can snap onto your HP Mini. You can put whatever you want in here. I just still have the foam in there. So let me take that out. And you can put stickers. You can put pens. You can put whatever you want. So this, to me, this was the star item that I really wanted to get this box. Between this and the dashboards, these were like why I must have the February box. So this was the February 2026 box. And we are going to do the March box now. And I believe I have 2 more boxes coming, but I know one box is coming this week on Tuesday. So I may not even do the other box because the other box is the April box. If you want to see any of these boxes too, they're probably still posted. I believe all of these boxes are still posted on Jane's agenda on her YouTube channel. So you can definitely search on her YouTube channel to check out the box content. And like I said, maybe you'll find something that you like and you can find it in the Destash group. So here is the page finder. And it just has like a green outline, like a floral kind of print on it. And another thing that I love about these is they are 6-disc punch, and that means I will be able to use them in my CP Petite planner, because CP Petite is a 6-disc punch. But that is limited to certain shops. Everybody does not make CP Petite. It is very close to a 6. So let's go ahead and open up these items. So we got some 1.5 inch glass clear discs. So I'm gonna open these because I have some other clear discs, but they're like foggy clear. But these are like crystal clear discs. So if you like that, if you like that glass look, these are definitely going to be the disc for you. I believe she does also sell those on the website as well, because some items will make it to the website from the sub box and some will not. Just depends, I guess, how the stock goes. But this is the March card. Don't remember if I showed it or not, but this is everything that is in the box. So, what was my must-have for this? So, crazy thing. My must-have for this was, one, this journaling card. Like, I thought this was too stinking cute. I love that the corners are actually rounded, like a cassette tape and not like a square. And then I loved these quote cards as well. So this was like one, oh my gosh, I need to get that. If someone was selling like just the quote cards, I will buy it. But again, if I can get like all the dashboards and all the things, I'll definitely do that. So what do I want to show next? So I think I will show these. This was another I must have. So green is my favorite color. Any color green. This is like a mint, like a sage, light sage. Yeah, it's like a light sage kind of color. They almost look like yellow on camera, but they definitely are like a greenish color. So it's like a tab divider, but it just says notes, but it has a pocket on it. So you can stick stickers in here, bills, notes, whatever you are using your planner for, you can do that. Me personally, I know I will not write on here. I may put like a Post-it or something on there, but I know for sure I will not write on it. And you get 3 of them. So that's like definitely enough to make, you know, some sections in your planner. So I definitely may use one of these in my setup. I kind of already have my items pulled out for how I'm going to set up my HP Mini. And then we're going to get into the dashboards. So I love this vellum. And then this is pears. It's so funny because when I was watching a live, like everybody thought it was apples, but it's actually pears. And it's double-sided. And then you get like this like roadway or like field one, super pretty. And then you got this pretty white horse. I'm not a fan of horses, so I will probably, you know, destash this one in the Facebook group, but it is a very nice and it is a very nice dashboard. And I think these are some of the dashboards that I am going to use because my HP Mini kind of has like neutral tones going on. But I did order the Maybox and it should be here this week. And I know the Maybox does have like some purple in there. So I'm definitely excited to like put that cover on and just put everything all together. These are the other 2 dashboards. And some of these dashboards are in the shop. Like if you go to the website, some of these dashboards are in the shop. But again, I was like, okay, if I can find this box that had all of the items in there that I wanted, I would rather just buy the box instead of buying all the items one by one to pretty much put the box together. And then you had some commonplace inserts. So I did like these inserts as well. And they are just, so of course you get like this, but they did not make it to the shop, so that's why they do not have a QR code. If you get inserts and it has a QR code, more than likely it's going to make it to the shop. And I'll probably just take this one out, honestly. But you get your index key, so you get topics, and then you get pages, and then you just get all blank pages for you to write out what you want. And then, like I said, you've got like your topics and reference. So I know this is something that I will definitely probably put in my planner, just because I do have like a little I do have like a reference spiral, and it's where I pretty much write like what I write in there like planner sizes and stuff, because sometimes I do make my own inserts and dashboards and stuff like that. And you know, I just want to make sure that I'm making them the right size. And then also when I'm buying inserts and dashboards and discs from other companies, like sometimes they have them listed as like crazy stuff, so I always try to make sure that I check out the measurements so that I can make sure I'm getting the right thing. So these are the vault inserts. If you saw my previous video, you already saw what is in the vault inserts. So you've got like password pages in here, contact pages, clothing sizes, home reference. You've got quite a few inserts in there. And then this was the cover set. So this was like another reason why I wanted it. I love green. And I love that, you know, this, it pretty much says archive. So you can pretty much make like a planner with like all of, if you wanted to make like a setup with all of your old inserts and everything, you could definitely use this cover set, or you could use it however, wherever, right? You could use it whenever you want, however you want. But I definitely wanted it because I thought it was super pretty. I love the tones that is in this box. So I was happy to get my hands on this. Like I said, the seller sold them to me for an amazing price. I probably have maybe 3 or 4 things that I'm going to probably destash because I know I'm not going to use them and I don't want to waste it, especially if somebody is looking for it. So that is everything that was in that box. And like I said, I know I'm putting one of these in my planner, and I'm definitely putting the commonplace notebook, the commonplace inserts right behind it. But this was the March club, and that is everything that was in there. And then this is the February club. All these things are so stinking pretty. It's like I'm gonna put together my HP mini, but I'm like, I don't know what inserts I want to use first because I think that these are gorgeous. So that is the February box. And then I'm gonna have to scoop some of this back. So then here was the March box. I mean the September 2025 box. These vellums and dashboards were super pretty as well. And I love that these inserts that were in here were undated. So I can definitely destash those. And then of course the train case there is going to be the train case. That is the last item that I got that was in the September box. So this is kind of like part 1 of this video, but guess what? It's going to be all done together. So you will see part 2 all in one video because again, I am getting another sub box that I bought from someone in the Destash group on Tuesday, and I'm also getting some wrap. So I am like a cover set girl, but I did want these 2 specific colored wraps. So I will show those too because they are coming tomorrow as well. And again, I found those for an amazing price. But this was these 3 sub boxes again. Super happy I was able to find them. This was exactly everything that I wanted. I cannot wait to show you the other box. You're going to be blown away at the item that is in there that I wanted. But as always, thank you for watching. And like I said, I'm attaching part 2 to here. So it's going to be all one video. See you in the next part. What is up, planner friends? Welcome back to part 2 and part 1. So in like the first portion of the video, I showed you guys the sub boxes that I was able to get my hands on from the Destash group, and this one came in today. This was the November 2025 box, and I really wanted it. It was pretty. I like the inserts and dashboards that were in this one, and of course it came in this gorgeous box. So I have all of the contents here. We are going to go through everything. So I'm going to cut this tissue paper open, and we're going to go through the inserts, and I'm going to save one special item for last. So BRB. All right, so I went on and did all of that. And like I was saying in the first half of this video, like it's nothing wrong with shopping the Destash groups as long as you know, communicating with the seller, asking for pictures and everything, and you should just be fine. Like I said, I found all 4 of the previous sub boxes that I wanted in the Destash groups. One lady had 3 boxes and the other lady had 1 box. So I was able to pretty much find everything that I wanted from the sub boxes this year and from the 2 sub boxes that I was interested last year. So again, this was the November box. So you got this November calendar, which I do not need. You got this little journaling deco card along with this one and this one. So these were the 3 cards that were in the November box. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right into the inserts and everything that was in here. So I'm going to take everything out so it doesn't have like a crazy glare on it. But this was the vellum that was here. I really wanted this vellum because my HP Mini is my home binder, like it's my home management. So I have in there cleaning inserts, my meal plans, like packing lists, and things like that. They're the only inserts that I have in that binder. So I wanted to kind of keep that separate. I have a lot of systems and I like to keep my systems separate because if I don't have to reach for it every day, you know, then I can just leave it on my desk, leave it on my table, and it's perfectly fine to me. I don't want to carry around a bunch of inserts and a big huge planner that I don't need because my everyday planner that I take with me on a daily is a Hobonichi Weeks. So this is the vellum that was in there, and then of course paired with the gorgeous cardstock, and of course the cardstocks are front and back, same image, and these are going to be super nice for fall. I mean, I am subscribed to her, so I'm pretty sure like we're gonna get some other really pretty fall dashboards as well when we get the, you know, November box this year. And then here is the other one. So it's like that little like road, and it's, you know, a house out far and a little cat. I love cats. I used to have a cat when I was a teenager. But this is what those look like. The inserts were the weekly meal plans. So these you can purchase on the website because it has the QR code. So I'm glad to get my hands on another pack because I already have 1 pack. So that should last me for a while. But this is what the insert looks like. You pretty much get your you know, section for you to write in your date, and then you get your breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack, and then you get a grocery list on the back. So if you want to pop this one insert out of your planner, head to the grocery store, by all means go ahead and do it. And again, these weekly meal plans are in the shop, so you can find these on the website. The holiday planning pack, this is another pack that I wanted to get my hands on because I do like to have like dinners at my house for the holidays. And this is just what this pack looks like. It kind of has like for you to plan out your entire menu. You've got a few of those, and then you got some recipe cards as well. And on the back of the recipe cards is special notes. So if you need to write, you know, sometimes I have to make 2 of the same dish because my sister does not eat meat. So I'll have to do like green beans separate from like my normal way. So I will be able to write all of those notes on here, like what dishes I need to make separate. And then you get your grocery list in here as well. And I love that these grocery lists are separate. They are, you know, front and back, and they do have all of the categories there. And then it has the quantity, which is super helpful because, you know, you have to buy 3 packs of plates or 4 packs of cups. So it's definitely good that it has like that quantity there. You got pre-packed bakery, beverage, paper, appetizers, main courses. You've got pretty much, well, refrigerated and produce. And then here is like where you would plan out the dinner. And then if anybody is bringing anything, you could fill that in on here. So it has like the who section. I'm normally the who in all of my categories because I am the person that generally cooks all of the dinner. So this is still good though, because I can definitely still use this and just change the who category to like a quantity category, like if I need to make a half pan or a full pan. So you get a few sheets of that, and on the back of that sheet is going to be the cooking timeline. So it has like the dishes, prep time, cook time, all of that, because of course we want to make sure we're putting things, you know, in the oven the way they need to be cooked. So this is what the holiday meal plan looks like. And again, I was happy to get my hands on this. I already have one pack, so I will have enough of this to last me for quite some time. I may destash it if I see somebody looking for it, but if not, I will definitely put it in my collection. And look what that tape just did, but that's okay. Because I probably will take that piece out anyway, actually. But I don't know, why can't I get this back in here? There's a lot going on with that pack of inserts. And then of course you get your page finder that matches the cover club that you get. So this is what the gorgeous page finder looks like. And then you get these gorgeous flowers for your cover set. Like, I love flowers. I don't care what time of the year it is, spring, summer, winter, fall. I'm always gonna go for like a flower cover set, flower dashboards, flower stickers, everything. So of course you get your front and your back cover. You can use this is the front, but if you wanted to use this as the front, you don't have anything that you want to be seen through there, you can definitely do that. And as always, the film is on the inside, not the outside. So this is everything that was in the November sub box, and I'm actually going to put these inserts back in the pack because I already have some open, so I don't need to open these ones. So let me see if I can get this back in here without it getting stuck to the paper. There we go. And I'll leave the holiday pack in there as well. And then the special star of this box, I know you probably hear a lot of rattling. I'm getting it out. I'm getting it out. The special star of this box, and the reason why I wanted it, besides it was gorgeous and I love the inserts, I wanted to get this beauty. So let me back up. So this is the disc storage box. And it is in this gorgeous chocolate brown leather. This item was in the deluxe box, and I'm actually going to move all of this out of the way so that I can show you. So in the September box, the train case was there. So I wanted to get the disc storage box because this is a gorgeous set to have on your desk. So this is the train case. The train case was in the September box. And this is what the inside looks like. You've got like your section for pens. This is Velcro, so you can take just this part out and have two sides, or you can take the whole thing out and have one large compartment. So I'm going to leave the stuffing in there until I actually use it in a few weeks. And like I said, this was a pair with this. Like, how gorgeous is this set together? Like, if this is on your desk, I know that you are a boss. You are about your business, right? This is super pretty, and I actually do not have anything to store my disc in, so getting this disc storage box was definitely on my wish list. These two items are available for purchase on the website, but since I was able to find the sub box, it was a better buy. I believe the train case on the website is, I believe, $120, and I think this may be $60 or $70. So the deluxe sub boxes are $85, $90. And the person that was selling them sold them to me for a super reasonable price. It was nothing astronomical. So shouts out to the Jane's Agenda Destash group, because I definitely found a lot of things that I wanted for my mini. Like, everything that I wanted for my mini, I now have. Some of the items I ordered from the website, and some items I found in the Destash group, brand new, never used. So if you are looking for planner items from previous sub box, previous collections, see if those planner companies have groups on Facebook, and, you know, see if there are people in there destashing the items that you are looking for. But again, I was super happy to get my hands on all of these items. So it's nothing wrong with shopping the Destash groups. Just make sure that you're being safe. You know, you're sending money through PayPal, goods and services. Do not send family and friends, because you will not get your money back if something is wrong with your order, or if you never get it, or if your items get to you and they are not as described. Please do not send friends and family, unless you're buying from somebody you know. I don't think a person you know would scam you, but you never know what's on people's mind nowadays. So just be safe with your money. I know planners are important to people. They are important to me. I love putting together systems. I love having things like all written out for every part of my life, like for, posting on my social media, my YouTube channel. Shouts out to Gabby, because I really wasn't posting. I actually didn't post on YouTube, at all this year, but me and her became friends and we talked about it, and she's like, girl, you need to post on YouTube. So she actually put that battery in my back for me to start posting on YouTube. So I appreciate her for that. And now, I'm building a new system, which you guys will see later in another video, because like my YouTube is, it's doing fairly well, and I want to be able to, write things down, take notes and stuff like that. So my system that I was using before for my social media doesn't really have enough for me to write about 3 platforms. So that's why I'm making a new planner, or a new system per se. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you guys are looking for things and buying things from Destash Group, just be careful, be safe. Make sure you know what you're spending money on. Ask for as many pictures as you need to feel comfortable with buying from a stranger. And as always, thank you all for checking out my channel. All of your comments, I appreciate it. All of the subscribers, I appreciate it. I love talking to you guys about my planners. And as always, happy shopping, and I hope you guys have a great weekend.